Well, after a historic main event last week, the Demon of Fleet Street, the Reaper, finally gets his way and will get a title shot against the original Monster Vega in 4 weeks' time at Violence is Golden.
Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Maryland, weighing in at 239 pounds, T.
Well, that of course still to be confirmed, but that's what we believe Nathan Goldman will be addressing here tonight. Of course, Simon Youngblood has already secured his title shot, so we're expecting we may see a call for a triple threat. Of course, what a way to start the night. Tasmania overcoming that hurdle in the road in Paul Masters. Now has to face Quan. Yeah, we haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, Quan, as you quite rightly said, we've not been seen for a few weeks here in N.E.W. and what a baptism of fire to come back to. Tasmania, who's been on a hellacious streak in the junior men's division as of late here in N.E.W.
I wonder how it's affected Quan's mindset as well, knowing that he's up in the Brutal Bingo. Could find himself in another promotion.
Well, mindset and ring rust. It could be a deadly combination for Quan, who was one of the picks of 2019, but has not been seen for a few months at least.
From Kenya, weighing in at 236 pounds, Quan.
Well, there is no doubt that Quan has what it takes to get things done in that ring, but we've seen that pace and determination from Tasmania in New Extremes, and he's already secured himself 4 victories, only needs a final 1 to have that match against Lobo. It'll either be the opportunity match or the title shot, depending on what Lobo Mysterioso chooses.
Yeah, Tasmania does seem destined right now to face the mysterious luchador Lobo Mysterioso, but Quan is more than capable of throwing a spanner into those works.
Of course, this is an Extreme Rules, both of which know that rule set very well, so this could get bloody right at the start of the show here.
Yeah, and Quan, of course, with his first match back Irwin, will be desperate to make an impact here on Brawl. He knows all those spots are up for contention right now on the roster, so he'll be wanting to make his own impact here tonight in his return matchup. I believe he's been dealing with a shoulder injury, which is why he's not been on the show. The match has started, and here we go.
Tasmania with a quick start here.
Taz with those rights and lefts with that quick start. Quan with a hard clothesline to take down the Tasmanian.
Speed himself that Quan has. This could be quite a test for Tasmania.
Yeah, if Quan's stars have aligned here tonight, no doubt about it. This is a real test for Tasmania. Power, speed, aggression. Perhaps. Quan has all these things in spades.
Yeah, perhaps someone with an equal vigour. Oof! Shot in the corner there.
Well, it wasn't too long ago when we were talking about Quan as potentially the next big thing here in N.E.W. He'll want to try and get some of that momentum back.
Yeah, I mean, injuries always seem to come at the worst time, and for Quan it was that streak he was on, and of course that was before the rankings came into effect as Nathan Bowman set them in place, so Quan hasn't even placed on the rankings yet.
The shoulder rotary cuff of Quan has been an issue in his run here in N.E.W. We hope those injury problems are behind him. As the Singapore Cane has come out to play, Quan, no hesitation in using it. Extreme rules apply, so all perfectly legal here. Tasmania in real trouble after those shots to the cane, that headshot to the ring apron as well. Right to the skull of Quan, right again. He's plugging away at Taz, who fires back with a left forearm. Snap suplex.
Quan is certainly pulling out the fight here. He's certainly done his homework on who Tasmania is, has stifled that infamous pace so far.
That's exactly what he needed to do.
Hang on.
Wait a minute.
Oh, what a power bomb!
Raw power. When in doubt, power bomb them out.
Tasmania's looking to equal the playing field, looking for a
Oh,
weapon
wait,
himself.
that's the sledgehammer. I know it's extreme rules, but off.
Back of the leg. Oh, Kwan just getting out of the way there. I think Tasmania aiming for the spine.
Yeah, I think Kwan tried to dodge the second shot with the sledgehammer Irwin and got a shot to the midsection of Taz in between. Corkscrew elbow by Taz. That speed again. Finally finding one back on Kwan. Tremendous leg strength there by Kwan, just powering out again. He's had an answer for everything. Kwan as Tasmania has thrown at him so far here tonight. What a choke slam backbreaker.
Tasmania, still coming at him at full speed.
Tasmania barely slowed down after that devastating manoeuvre. And another hard European uppercut dropkick there by Tasmania, who's starting to feel it, trying to gain that momentum again. Stalking Kwan needs to stay on his prey. Misses with the kick. Kwan misses with the clothesline.
Guillotine bomber clothesline.
Tasmania didn't miss with his. What a guillotine bomber clothesline. Will it be enough? No. 2.9.
But Kwan is rocked. Dazed on the mat still.
I'm going to go for that patented gut wrench suplex, Irwin. I've seen this before from Taz. There it is. Tremendous execution there of that suplex. That go-to manoeuvre.
Fishnet DDT.
Square centre of the ring. A valiant effort by Kwan,
it.
but surely all she wrote. What a win for Tasmania. A match up against Lobo Mysterio awaitings for Taz Irwin. It's a dream match.
Certainly be an interesting one. We'll find out in due course whether that will be an opportunity match or straight to the title match itself. What a fight Kwan brought to the table here, but
yeah, tremendous effort from Kwan on his return, but I think that ring rust was the extra factor here tonight, Irwin.
And I think that guillotine bomber was the clear change of direction for this match, and then the fishnet DDT just sealed the deal.
The explanation point, if you will. Tasmania match is on. And the match between him and Lobo Mysterio, so the only one who wins is wrestling. What a match that would be.
I'm going to hear some words from Nathan Goldman. Be back after that.
Well, there you have it, Irwin. Some clauses have been made, it seems, to the deal between the devil himself, the Reaper, and and our commissioner Nathan Goldman. It seems the Reaper will not get his title shot at Violence is Golden, Irwin, but he will get his shot at the next free extended event after Violence is Golden, with the exception that if he the caveat, if you will, and if he puts his hands on the champion or anyone in relation to Magnum Opus, that title shot will be forfeit. That is huge news by Nathan Goldman.
Certainly an interesting clause. I mean, we haven't even started to think or name or debate what that next free extended event will be. We're still looking at Violence is Golden at the end of this month.
It seems
an interesting development indeed.
It seems the Reaper will have a lot to think about after that statement by our commissioner.
From Birmingham, England, Carolyn Carr.
We'll continue things here in the junior division, but this time with the women, it's going to be Selena Figueroa, who you've just seen enter the ring against this young lady, Carolyn Carr.
Of course, Carr, one victory in the division so far. Selena Figueroa, much like Tasmania here, looking for that final victory. Try and get a shot at Taryn Harvey.
Well, Selena Figueroa has been looking like the go-to woman in this division for quite some time now, Erwin. This could be many people believe that this is the make-or-break moment for Figueroa. Carolyn Carr, arguably a lot less to lose in this one. Very much at the start of her journey. The bell has rung and here we go.
Yeah, certainly still picking up that experience. This may be a good experience for a one way or another, but that was a hard clothesline, that.
Yeah, Carolyn Carr, who had a slow start to her career here in N.E.W, has picked up the pace in recent weeks. Arm drag there by Figueroa. Stiff forearm blocked there by Carr, who fires one back, but blocked by Figueroa. It's back and forth between these two ladies.
Chops here. Carr will have to look out for that STF camel clutch of Selena Figueroa that has just been securing victory after victory for her.
Yeah, stiff backdrop there by Figueroa. You're absolutely right. That STF camel clutch has been a bit of a game changer for Figueroa. There's no doubt about that. Her technical ability has been one of her strongest aspects of her game, if you will, since her arrival in N.E.W. But since that application of that submission tactics, her win-loss record has improved no end.
Certainly have.
4 victories in the last few weeks alone for Selena Figueroa.
Yeah, including that back and forth with Super Tornado. Oh.
Yeah, was that the turning point for Figueroa? She beat her old training partner Super Tornado.
Carr still fighting back against Selena Figueroa here.
Hard knee there by Carolyn Carr. Still trying to find her feet, find her identity here at N.E.W. And a win over Selena Figueroa. Oh, she's right there by Figueroa.
Got it in the ring. It's just a case of applying that against a more experienced veteran in Selena Figueroa here.
Well, yeah, Carolyn Carr's definitely got potential, Owen, but potential will only take you so far. Eventually she's going to have to start picking up wins against this type of calibre of opposition. Well, she's going to go nowhere faster than N.E.W. Stiff knee strikes there.
One return from Carolyn Carr, a boot to the gut.
Choking the life out of Figueroa with that knee. Carr going straight in for the pin. Referee, perfect position. And even the 2 count.
Ever so close to the ropes, you'd think Figueroa would have managed to reach out if she couldn't have kicked out. Carr,
that ring awareness is always a factor with Figueroa. That's a great point. Hard Irish whip there by
This is Extreme Rules. I forgot. Of course, rope breaks do not count. As this now spills to the outside.
You know what? I'd forgotten about that as well. So we're doing well.
This had kept in the rings for that long. It escaped my mind. Figueroa laying in those kicks. Shades of Mike Sharp there.
It's tossing Figueroa around by the head. Carolyn Carr absorbed those kicks. Monkey flip. The found in carry Carr, should I say, excuse me. Pulled up there by Figueroa.
Face first into those wafer thin mats.
Stalking Carr.
Yeah, no pinfalls or submissions can count out there, but that STF camel clutch is locked in deep.
Won't matter if she taps on the outside, Erwin, as she has. I mean, that's a psychological edge, and the damage, of course, that's done, but not the victory. The submission must take place within the ring for it to count in this matchup. Figueroa did all the hard work in the wrong place. Top rope goes Figueroa, high risk.
Oh, but paid way too much time there.
Missed with the atomic drop. Carr got out the way. Jawbreaker there to Carr. Figueroa kept right on Carolyn Carr.
Monkey flip. Figueroa back in the driving seat, but Carr has rolled to the outside.
Yeah, somewhat instinctively has gone to the outside here. Carolyn Carr.
Oh, what a chop! Well, that's a start. Adjusting her shoulder blade. Oh! Pile driver.
Modified pile driver there by Carolyn Carr, looking for something to play with under the ring. May have to go to the Extreme Rules advantage here to try and gain some momentum against Selena Figueroa.
Changed her mind. Back to Figueroa, checking. She's still down.
I think Carr may have been a little bit conflicted there whether to use the weapons or not, and that might have cost her a win.
Oh,
Figueroa will have no such qualms about using that ban if required, I can promise you that.
More pressure on that back as a half camel clutch applied here, and again it's on the outside.
Carolyn Carr has already tapped out once in this matchup outside or not. I'm sure she won't want to do it again. I think Carr just landed right on that bat then.
I think she did. Hip toss straight down onto it. Those kicks being laid in again by Figueroa.
Right to that midsection there, right to where Carolyn Carr landed on that so awkwardly on that bat mere moments ago. Figueroa Irish whipping Carr right back into the ring. Can't speak. Misses with the elbow.
Carr recovering again. Car crash. She might have just stole one here.
From absolutely nowhere with the car crash.
And she does.
That is a huge victory from absolutely nowhere from Carolyn Carr. That is a huge shocker win. Figueroa looked like she had this one won.
Yeah, but again went for that high risk, and that does not always pay off. Once again, Carolyn Carr was able to roll out of the way, and that gave her the edge she needed to pull off that car crash. It was a brutal back and forth up until that point, but again, Figueroa did look like she was set to win it once more.
Figueroa looked like she was in complete control of this matchup. And from absolutely nowhere with that car crash, that devastating modified colour, Carolyn Carr has picked up arguably her biggest career victory to date.
We'll be back with another match after this short break. Don't go anywhere. To the UK division now.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Brad Morse. And from Hackensack, New Jersey, weighing in at 220 pounds, Zach Fuller.
Yeah, the UK division, which has been one of our most highly contested divisions here in N.E.W. at the moment, in Zach Fuller versus Snake, a rematch of sorts. In what has been a highly contested division, these two men right now, Aaron, I believe, have got 3 victories apiece in the United Kingdom division. So this is effectively to see who will lead the division now here and be the forerunner to Grimes' United Kingdom title.
It is indeed the case. Zach Fuller and Snake both with 3 victories. Of course, we'll need 2 more. Which could mean we could see this match twice as a result, depending on how Goldman wants to do it. Either way, this is going to certainly be interesting, but both have brought assistants at ringside as well.
Accompanied by the future, Rick Weaver. And from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at
Yeah, the difference being in Zach Fuller brought a mentor in Brad Morse, and Snake brought his protege. One half of the World Tag Team Champions, Rick Weaver, the mastermind and the prodigy. The future of this business stands proudly with the man who has facilitated one of the most successful groups in the history of N.E.W. A man who absolutely pasted Zach Fuller in their last one-on-one, I might add. I wonder how much that's going to play on the mind of Zach Fuller here tonight. The referee rings the bell and here we go. Oh, what a drop kick.
Yeah, Snake trying to catch Fuller coming out of the corner. Did
right
not
into
work.
the armbar. Yeah, Snake uncharacteristically ran right at Zach Fuller. Hard left hands there from the natural southpaw after the armbar, trying to counter his way out of it.
Perhaps an element of overconfidence there from Snake. Fuller has taken complete control of this matchup. As a result,
Well, Snake's never been lacking confidence, Erwin, we know that much, but he has been very effective these last few weeks in the United Kingdom division. Veteran taking his time. Brad Morse thinking about a cheap shot, but the referee
oh, look at
a very
that.
close-sighted veteran playing some mind games on Zach Fuller, but Zach Fuller with that speed. There's no doubt about it, Zach Fuller will be quicker than the veteran here tonight.
I think he's learnt from that previous encounter how to counteract some of Snake's moves here. Again, he's had most of the control. Snake dodging there though.
Fuller got out of the way of the big splash. And Snake now trying to work on those legs, trying to immobilise his opponent. No unusual by the veteran.
Trying to slow down Zach Fuller, but to no avail so far. Went for a bridging backdrop there, but rope break instantly. Now Rick Weaver is up on the ring apron.
Yeah, Rick Weaver perhaps sensing that his mentor is in a bit of trouble right now, and caused the distraction to Zach Fuller, who has fought his way out of it regardless. Has gone right back onto the veteran here.
And the peril still remains for Snake here. Just counted the suplex though.
Great counter on the suplex by Snake, the 8-time world champion. Had clothesline in the corner there to Fuller. Just chalking the life out of Zach Fuller right in front of his tag team partner.
Stretch the rules as far as he possibly can here, even had hold of the ropes.
And trainer Brad Morse, who's looking concerned here. Snake with the pin only gets a 1 count.
Snake has managed to somehow recapture momentum in this match after a rocky start.
Never bet against the mastermind early. Knee drag there by Fuller.
Again, just one step ahead.
Sweep of the leg again by Snake. Every time you think Zach Fuller's got this match in the bag, every time you think he's gained the momentum and turned that corner, the Wiley veteran just keeps coming back at him. Fuller now has Snake in the corner, needs to hit something big off the rope. Arm drag, beautiful arm drag off the top turnbuckle there by Fuller, who signals the end is nigh. Can he put Snake away here?
Sending him back into his corner.
Went in with a drop kick, Snake fired out of a right, both men missed. Fuller recovers quicker.
Snap suplex. And Fuller definitely doing better than his last outing against Snake. Now Brad Morse up on the apron.
Brad Morse now doing the distracting. That's one distraction apiece from these cornermen. Hard German suplex, the counter by Fuller, only got a 1 count. I thought that might have stunned the veteran there, but Snake had his wits about him. Fuller has kept right on Snake here, going for a backdrop again. Tremendous athleticism there by Fuller. Square center of the ring, leg drop right across the windpipe on the veteran who's trying to roll out the way. Weaver's there again to cause a distraction, but Snake did not need him. What a pile driver!
You saw Fuller tilt his attention momentarily, and that was what allowed Snake that boot to the gut.
Beautiful pile driver executed to perfection. What a shot there by Snake. Had that knife hand chop from up here. Well, steel-like hands by the veteran, just knocking the wind right out of Zach Fuller.
Now he's going for something
uncharacteristic from the top rope. Oh!
Double underhook superplex.
And a superplex there. You don't see Snake come off that top rope that often, but that was well done by the veteran. Stalking his prey. Super kick! That's it. Good night, Vienna. This one is
Brad
over.
Morse distracting Chatopa.
Chatopa's had to get...
Only momentarily. Oh, hang on.
Wait a minute.
Brad Morse pulling out the official to break the count.
Well, as you would expect, Bob Chatopa is going absolutely insane. Leading Brad Morse to Riot Axe. Snake
sending him out.
One Morse is out of here.
Oh, Snake.
Standing Uranagi. Zach Fuller just walked, ran right into the standing Uranagi.
This matchup continues. Fuller now with no one at ringside to aid him. Oh!
Rightfully so, this match should already be over. Zach Fuller has been given a get out of jail free card, but now has to capitalise. Underhook pin. Underhook overhead bridge pin there by Zach Fuller. Beautifully done. I can't
He showcased his technicality throughout this matchup, but Snake, the wily veteran, still finding openings in the offense.
Yeah, Zach Fuller, I mean, he's one of those guys there. He's improved so much under Brad Morse, but if he puts those pieces together, it could be a game changer here in N.E.W. A potential future world champion in his own right. He is that good, is Zach Fuller. It's just consistency. Northern Lights, beautiful suplex there, couldn't keep the pin.
Oh,
wait a minute, Schoolboy! Roll up!
And he got him! Snake just survived an ass whooping from Fuller by the skin of his teeth.
Zach Fuller had control of that match, I can't deny it, but the wily veteran Erwin kept him honest all the way through it. And that surprise roll up from absolutely nowhere, again beautifully executed by the veteran in the centre of the ring was enough to squeak him a victory here.
That gives Snake that 4-point lead in the division. Fuller still the one trailing behind him, and with Fuller having the momentum from the last match, you've got to believe we may see a rematch. I've got to wait to hear from Nathan Goldman on that one. And well, what we're about to see, I'll have to explain what we know about it after the fact. Don't go anywhere, folks. Was actually sent in via VHS. We had to have our team find a VHS player and actually convert it so we could show you all.
From Berlin, Germany, weighing in at 260 pounds, Alex Cross.
Do we have any normal people that work here?
Probably not.
The German suplex machine, Alex Krom, who had his moment of redemption, his moment in the sun against End Times a few weeks ago. Back in action in the European division here tonight against Casey Judge. These two men no strangers to each other, Erwin, and both men with a point to prove. Could be a good match.
Of course, with Bruce Brown failing his European title shot. This whole division has started again once more, and Alex Krom with a huge opportunity to gain some momentum. Already one victory in the division.
Alex Krom on his day can beat just about anyone here in N.E.W. Don't doubt the man's talent.
the equally hungry Casey Judge
Well,
here.
yeah, let's just reiterate, this man is a former world champion, Casey Judge. I mean, his luck as of late has not been to that pedigree or that standard, but the person who knows that more than anybody is Casey Judge himself, who is determined to improve. This is the hungriest I've seen Judge look in years, Erwin.
Indeed, I've heard him talk a lot about not wanting to be considered a former world champion. Respecting the divisions here. Still gunning for that European Championship while the World Championship contest continues. Those unique rulings, if you have failed in the World Division until that is reset, drop down into the European rankings. Of course, those working through the UK division also end up in the European division to work their way up to the world ranking. It truly is our melting pot division where you see past and future champions collide.
Yeah, often considered the workhorse title here in N.E.W, the European Championship.
Crom held it when EFW was around, wants to prove he's an N.E.W European champion before moving on to that world division. Oh,
yeah, this is essentially their test run, if you will, of whether or not they can hang with the big boys. We know Alex Crom can. There's still question marks over Casey Judge, at least for me.
I think both of these can, but I think the European division will be a good way to remind people about these two, essentially.
Yeah, good testing grounds for both men, I agree.
There's been a back and forth in the early part of this matchup so far.
Stiff clothesline there by Alex Crom. Standing Uranagi, that is a Crom special.
Shoulder giving him a bit of bother though.
Oof, it's been a while since we've seen Alex Crom in action, with the exception of that match the other week against N.E.W, so we can't discount ring rust for either man.
Oh! Backdrop, yeah, again, same with Casey Judge having tag matches with the Order, but not all too recently. Pin there, got a 1.
Kick to the spine there by Crom. The German suplex machine using his head, not for the first time of course.
Oh.
Inspired by the legendary Daniel Kid.
Running STF there from Casey Judge to try and get momentum back. Oh, took down the referee by mistake. Coming in with that clothesline, Flint not quick enough to get out of the way.
Flint taking a nasty tumble there, but it's given Casey Judge that edge just to do whatever he needs to do now, just to keep Alex Crom down.
Flint back to his feet. Oh, so is Crom. Oh, thrust kick!
What a thrust kick there by Alex Crom. Right to the windpipe of Judge.
And has winning matches in the
Recovered
past.
beautifully.
Yeah, tougher opponent in Judge.
Backbreaker.
Crom now gaining momentum rapidly, maybe looking to get a pin here, no. Oh no, looking to secure it in a more Crom-like manner.
Yeah. Full modified camel clutch.
And that's it.
Casey Judge nowhere to go. Wisely tapping out. Crom not letting go in a hurry. Finally does. The German suplex machine, a technician specialist. Win by submission. And Alex Crom looked focused and determined in this one, Erwin.
Certainly did. Oh, what an intense match. And the speed in which Crom started to gain that momentum. Casey Judge couldn't find an answer after that thrust kick. What a match. We are close to moving on to our main event of the night here. Lost Familia looking for their final point in the women's tag division. They face the Legends, the Outlaws.
Here is your winner,
And
Alex.
I believe, by the sounds of it, Snake is in the green room, so we're going to have to listen to him. We'll have a short advert break after that, and we will be back with our main event.
Well, we just saw a promo there from the manager of Magnum Opus, the 8-time world champion Snake. I'm not even sure if he was aware that he was interrupted by the Demon of Fleet Street, the Reaper.
On the way to the ring, Hannah Gonzalez and the Rebel Maria Diaz.
But a worrying sign of the times for things to come in September, Erwin. He has said all the pieces are in place, and she will heed the herd as it will head the herd, as it were. This demonic bride of the Reaper, who's yet to be
essentially confirms that that woman we have seen
is yet to be identified.
Is indeed part of End Times.
It's been speculated on for weeks now. At least that's been confirmed here. Meanwhile, Lost Familia have made their way to the ring and are one match away.
Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonia, the Outlaws.
Are one match away from getting a well-deserved title shot against the current reigning N.E.W. Women's Tag Champions Foxy Valentine. But look at the team, Owen. They have to get past. The founding blocks have arrived. The Outlaws are in the building.
Indeed, a phenomenal 523-day run for Foxy Valentines. You've got to bet they're watching this one closely. Again, their next competition could be well underfoot, but quite rightly, the veterans, the legends, the Outlaws themselves, Lisa Chase and Psycho Sonia, are no easy feat to overcome, even for a heritage such as Lost Familia.
Yeah, 4th generation. Ana Gonzalez and Maria Diaz. Tremendous lineage and pedigree within this company and the wrestling world. A lot of expectations on their shoulders here tonight.
The quick impact that they have made since their debut, already amassing 4 victories in the tag division.
No slouches in singles action either, by the looks of them.
Of course, Maria Diaz, her debut, they debuted as a tag team, were unsuccessful in their first attempt, but Maria Diaz then went on to become part of the Goldman's Gargantuathon of Greatness that led to the Golden Ticket match. She got all the way through that to the finals. Oof.
Yeah, the hot rod Maria Diaz has certainly impressed a lot of people here. So as a tag team partner, the lady in the ring right now, Hannah Gonzalez,
who has just been decimating Lisa Chase throughout this entire match.
Yeah, the veteran Lisa Chase, the 4-time women's champion, has had no answer for Hannah Gonzalez so far during this match. Of course, Lisa Chase running double duty at the moment, Erwin.
Very true, of course. Defending her
tag mate
New Ambition Wrestling Championship over on Raw not too long ago.
The first woman in N.E.W. history to hold a major championship in 2 different promotions. What a powerbomb there by Maria Diaz. It was showing no respect to the history of Lisa Chase here. Hannah Gonzalez and Maria Diaz have done a tremendous job so far of alienating Chase and just dismantling the 4-time women's champion.
Back to the championship thing, I don't want to make too big a thing about it, but there is a lot of that within the locker room, these boasts, and as you get to this sort of veteran status, the twist of fate, hang on a second.
Maria Diaz, while you're pontificating about championships, may have just won this match, Erwin.
Maybe right here.
2? No! Barely.
As I was saying, there's that level of competition here that they just want to rack up as many accolades as possible before their career is over. Chase certainly one of those types of wrestlers.
Well, Chase has already got a first ballot Hall of Fame CV. There's no question about that in my mind. It's a question of how much more can she achieve before she retires. She may go down as the most decorated woman in N.E.W. history. Maria Diaz And Hannah Gonzalez have other ideas on their mind.
Moonsault!
Tremendous moonsault by Hannah Gonzalez. Maria Diaz, excuse me, this is over. It's over.
Oh, only a
Double axe
two.
handle, Psycho
Oh!
Sonia. Oh, wait a minute, Hannah Gonzalez getting a wise cross there. Lufez Prez for a partner, and I'm sure that was unintentional. Crucifix pin there by Sonia to slow down Hannah Gonzalez, which may not be a bad idea. Hannah Gonzalez wants to redeem herself there for that Lufez has brought Psycho Sonia right back into the ring the hard way with that suplex. Maria Diaz and Lisa Chase still illegal women. Chase with the counter, double axe handle takes down Diaz.
The malfunction at the junction may have turned things around for the Outlaws. As you rightly said, Hannah Gonzalez going for Sonia there, but caught Diaz by mistake, and I don't think realised it could have cost them. And Diaz has had time to recover.
Yeah, Lisa Chase has not done enough damage to Maria Diaz. It's as simple as that, Erwin. That leg lock just simply won't be enough. Now Chase has realised that she hasn't got a partner. Psycho Sonia, after that exchange with Hannah Gonzalez, is not back in her corner. Lisa Chase has to go in alone right now. Goes for a pin, not even a one. Again, I do not believe enough damage has been done to warrant the pin at this stage of the matchup for the Outlaws. Hurricane Rana, that's a good start. High impact manoeuvre. That impact on the skull, dragging Maria Diaz away from the ropes. Atomic Bulldog, trying to gain some kind of flurry here is Lisa Chase. No one does it better than the 4 times women's champion.
Oh,
what a leg breaker.
Down the leg. Knows about that speed of
Tag
Maria
made.
Diaz. Chase in the ring.
Psycho Sonia continuing an attack on Maria Diaz. GBH neck wrench onto Diaz, trying to wear down the car. It's not a bad idea for Diaz, who's so quick off the mark, trying to slow this hot rod down.
Oh,
Don't want a
DDT. Again, Chase expending all her energy trying to soak up Maria Diaz's energy.
Maria Diaz is a strange blend of Leader and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That kid is money. I'm telling you now. Oh, single leg drop kick. Psycho Sonia taking out Hannah Gonzalez. What a right hand by Hannah Gonzalez. Lou Fez of her on.
Former women's champion herself. Of course, both of them 3-time tag team champions.
Yeah, just think about the amount of championships, the amount of accolades that the Outlaws have accumulated, not just individually, but as a team, Erwin, and they're getting picked apart here by the new kids on the block.
Certainly are here. Sonia, holding on desperately to what little momentum she had gained.
Stiff forearm. These two veterans know exactly what it is to be under this kind of pressure, Erwin. This is nothing new, but at this point in time in the match, it's a question of how much more they can endure. Great counter in the corner there by Psycho Sonia. Hard Irish whip. Really need to tag here back to Chase.
The stamina and
she gets it,
cardio.
tag made.
And these two teams are absolutely phenomenal, but
Big
double.
body drop.
These double teams are starting to rack up the kill count, if you will. Hannah Gonzalez, though, getting a wise break there, rolling to the outside. Distancing herself.
Yeah, big sweep there. Face buster by Hannah Gonzalez onto Chase.
Tilt-a-whirl facebuster could be enough.
2.
No. Sonia confident in her partner's resilience.
Hard elbows right to the skull there by Chase onto Hannah Gonzalez. One right to the back of the neck as well, showing that sadistic side. Lisa Chase has in spades.
Taking it to a free corner, which may only mean one thing. Buckleplex.
Yeah, it's still legal in N.E.W. What a big buckleplex there by Lisa Chase.
For a hard elbow drop to the spine.
Thankfully, with all the women in our division are competent enough to take it and take it and do it.
Oh,
Wow. Hard elbow there by Chase.
they know the risks involved. Oh,
Hard elbow by Gonzalez.
Gonzalez still fighting back.
Irish whip.
Trying hard
Misses.
to get
Chase
this
got out
into
the
a
way.
corner.
It's a battle of the Irish whips, Owen. Which
Again,
corner will do it?
It's that stamina and endurance.
Answer again.
Oh, this
What a
time
shoulder
eliminating the tag team partner of Chase.
Yeah, Hannah Gonzalez taking out Psycho Sonia at the same time, elected not to go for the tag. Got another whip in there. I can't help but wonder if that one was mind games.
Again, just wearing down the back. Oh, hang on. Change of direction. Maybe that's what it was all about.
Yeah, the hip toss tag made, but give Chase the opportunity to make the blind tag onto Sonia. Both Diaz and Sonia both fresh as a daisy. Single leg drop kick countered by Diaz. Had upper arm shot there by Diaz, blocked again by Sonia. Single leg drop kick, and again.
What a main event we are witnessing here. Psycho Sonia going to the top rope.
Yeah, hell of a match. Psycho Sonia looking for a defining, impactful maneuver here.
Oh! A
And
Psycho Stunner.
We've not seen that for months. The Psycho Stunner. Tremendous athleticism. Hannah Gonzalez isn't going to get there. Diaz kicks out.
How?
I have no earthly idea, but Maria Diaz kicked out.
Absolutely otherworldly endurance.
Heart Owen. Pure, sheer, unadulterated heart.
Oh,
Double knees missed there by Sonia. Diaz somehow got out of the way, looking for that power bomb. It connects.
with velocity.
Unbelievable. Go for the pin, kid. Do something.
Trying to recover, perhaps.
Oh yeah, she can't be 100%. There's just no way after what Sonia's just put her through.
Oh, wait for a reverse twist of fate.
Ready for Sonia to get up so she could deliver that expertly delivered twist of fate.
Back
Looking
to
for the double team,
corner.
perhaps. Tag made.
Yeah, maybe looking to seal the deal here. That patented brain buster. Frog splash combo.
That's gotta be over. Hannah Gonzalez just needs to hit the pin here, and she does.
Chasing the ring
I think
though.
Diaz gonna try and run interference. Chase missed the interference, but Sonia somehow still kicked out.
Oh.
Flapjack there by Diaz to Chase.
Hesitation from the referee with everything going on around him. Butterfly face buster.
Right back into the pin. Maria Diaz gonna hang around this time. Don't blame her. It's over.
That's it.
Las Familia.
God, what a match.
Las Familia have just beaten the Outlaws. Las Familia will get to meet Foxy Valentine.
What a match that will be.
Will they get a title shot, or will Foxy Valentine make them earn it? That is the question now we have to ask ourselves, Owen. But you're absolutely right. What a main event for N.E.W. Brawl.
Of course, keep an eye on 3tp.moonfruit.com for breaking news as it develops from us and all our other promotions on there.
Here are your
As for
winners.
Brawl, we'll see you next week. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
The Rebel